bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Wednesday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks on a foggy, soupy Wednesday morning. That's what happens when the air temperature and the inside, outside, all the temperatures about match, and it leads to fog on the ground, and fog is going to delay your ride probably. Take an extra 5-10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. As this fog is set in, it should be clearing up, according to the National Weather Service, somewhere around 9:30. Galen, he joins us from Life South, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center at JustShip.net and Penn Flooring. Galen, are you in this soup on the way to Gainesville? Galen, Galen's here somewhere. Galen, are you there? Well, we can't seem to get Galen. Well, we'll keep trying him. He's there. Galen, are you there? Hello, Galen.
Yeah, can you hear me?
There you are. I can hear you now.
All right. Nothing changed.
So, yeah, I know. The world of phones, it is what it is. You on your way to Gainesville in this pea soup?
No, I've got a couple of meetings in the villages today, so I will not be heading north. I'll be heading south here in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, they say around, it should start clearing between 8:45, 9 o'clock. It should be completely gone by about 9:30. So you may miss all this soup.
I'm certainly hope so. Certainly hope so.
Let's start the day in a way that doesn't really get into politics or anything real hard. But it is the politics of the PGA Tour. Phil Mickelson come out yesterday with a big statement saying he's going to step away from the game of golf for a while. He's going to reevaluate where he is in life, and that the words that you heard from him talking about Saudi Arabia and his support of the tour that Greg Norman is leading, that has Saudi Arabia backing, that they were taken out of context and off the record, that he understands the atrocities that have been subjected on the people of Saudi Arabia, and that they murdered, the Saudi Arabian government had a hand in murdering a Western journalist, and he was just trying to say that the PGA Tour needs change, and he was hoping to exact some of that change by using the Saudi Arabian tour to show the PGA there's other options. Phil's backtracking real quick here.
Oh, and again, it's Phil. This is what Phil does. Neither one of us are fans of his.
No.
But what happened was
Okay, you're gone again. You must be somewhere in your house that doesn't like cell service. Because he's gone again. He was going to tell us about Phil, and now he's gone again. We'll keep trying to get Galen, back on the air. He's having some phone issues this morning, so we'll continue. But are you there, Galen? He wants to be there. I can hear him. I can get bits and pieces. You're really breaking up, Galen. I know you can hear us well, but you're breaking up, so to the point where you were unlegible, unhearable. Maybe call from a landline if you're at home. But I understand what Mickelson's trying to do here. He sees issues on the PGA Tour, and he thinks he can leverage one against the other to try to get to bring about change. The same way Greg Norman did 30-some-odd years ago. The guy, consequently, who was the leading the push for this league. Greg Norman did the same thing 30-some-odd years ago when he tried to bring about change that he saw needed to be made on the PGA Tour by trying to create the World Golf League, which led to the World Golf Championships, which are 4 tournaments that are played on the PGA Tour that are very good tournaments. And it led to more access to the top 50 players in the world because the PGA Tour at the time, 30-some-odd years ago, the top players from Europe and all, if they were on the PGA Tour, they could play on the PGA Tour. But if they weren't part of the PGA Tour, they were ostracized quite a bit, and except for the majors. And Norman didn't think. Norman thought that you should have the free reign to play wherever you wanted to play, at any time. If you had the game, you should be allowed to play. The PGA didn't see it that way. Now they do. As you know, at any time, somebody through a sponsor exemption or something can always, if they have the game, get on a tour stop with the PGA. If they're on the European tour, the Australian tour, the Japanese tour, as long as they have the game, and there's a spot for them, they can come play. You can't overlook, though, the atrocities of the Saudi Arabian government and the Saudi Arabian, the way people are treated in Saudi Arabia. And just say, well, I know what's going on here, but I'm still coming to play golf. Just as I don't believe that you should, when these tours go to China, I don't agree with that. I think that you have to think of the social atrocities that are going on. Somebody goes, well, what about here in the United States, Tom? Okay. I don't think there's genocide going on here in the United States like there is in Saudi Arabia or China. So I don't see the correlation. But I know some of you will try to make that correlation. But Mickelson is backtracking as hard as he can go now on these comments he made because of the backlash. He's gotten significant backlash for, pretty much ignoring some of the facts of social injustice that are going on in Saudi Arabia. Well, yesterday he came out and acknowledged those social injustices, said he needs to reevaluate where he is, stepping away from the tour for a while to find where he is. Said his comments were taken out of context and they were off the record, so they should have never been used in the first place. But if you know anything about Phil, that's Phil being Phil, believe me. Phil is not the same guy behind the camera that he is in front of the camera. How can you say that, Tom? Because I've witnessed it firsthand. That's how. Working for this radio station and for WMOP, the former sports talk station here in town, I have been part of the Florida Swing, covering the Florida Swing in golf for the better part of 11 years. I saw it firsthand. That's how. We'll take a break. Try to get Galen Unall on the phone. We'll do that after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
New arrivals and new savings are waiting for you at Blockers Furniture. With over 80,000 square feet of the best selection and best prices you can find on furniture, mattresses, home accents, accessories, and more. And with new trucks arriving weekly, Blockers has the best available in-stock selection. Unlike many other furniture companies that will have you waiting for months to get what you want or need, come see everything that Blockers has to offer. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, next to Hobby Lobby.
Are you a veteran living in Florida? Do you want to earn while you learn? Call 954-434-8220 or visit our website at nsied.org now. Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants training in farming, ranching, and allied services? Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants help with job placement? Call 954-434-8220. North-South Institute Veteran Training Program is a mix of online and hands-on in-person training designed for you to earn while you learn. Once you register for the program, you'll get a stipend of approximately $300 per month for 3 months. And you can get an additional stipend to offset your travel expenses. You can also get another $75 for referring a veteran who completes the program. If you are a veteran living in Florida, call the North-South Institute Veteran Training Program now, 954-434-8220, or visit our website at nsied.org now.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Let's go back out to the phone lines. I believe we got Galen on now. Galen, are you there?
I am still here.
Yeah, I have no idea what the cell phone services are doing to us this morning, but they're not helping you and I out. I'll give you that.
There you go.
Hey,
exactly right.
So we talked about Phil Mickelson before the break, and you were going to make a point about it's just Phil being Phil. But what is your stance? This league is being run by Greg Norman. It's being supported by the Saudi Arabian government. It looks about like the same move Greg Norman made about 35, 40 years ago when he tried to bring the World Golf League around.
Well, and that was successful, right? By
And you're gone again. Live radio and modern technology, folks. Live radio and modern technology. We're getting bits and pieces of you, Galen. Just bits and pieces. You break it up, and I don't know what's going on. We'll try to keep getting Galen, on the phone lines. I don't know what's happening with the phones this morning, but I'd really like to hear Galen's take because I know he has a unique take on this because he watched the World Leagues come in, and he remembers the success of Greg Norman being able to successfully usher in some changes throughout history. We got Galen again now. Galen, go ahead with your point about Greg Norman.
All right. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, I mean, Greg got bought out by everybody in the PGA Tour. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So the PGA Tour bought out Greg Norman. They never disclosed it. And what's incredible is the PGA Tour has such a tight grip on the media.
Yes.
Nobody ever wrote about it. Nobody ever talked about it. It was just like, yeah, well, of course we did.
We have four world golf championships, and that was Greg Norman's doing. But the PGA Tour owns them.
Right. So, and I think Phil has a point. The PGA Tour is very, very mystic about their finances. It's something they do not share. They're not public about it. They don't share it with the players because in their minds, every player is an independent contractor.
Yep.
But at the same time, they have a retirement program of sort for the PGA Tour professionals. It's really this, and every commissioner that comes in, they're always from within the organization, right? So they're always that inbred, they have that intrinsic knowledge of the way the finances work, and nobody shines a light on it. And, if you remember, the Masters tried to kind of talk about this in the Masters kind of way, and it went away, right? They talked about it for like 2 weeks, and then it was gone. So, yeah, I mean, Phil's got a point. And I think all the Saudis don't care. Money doesn't matter to them, right? I mean, they will pay. They're going to have a golf tour.
Of course they are.
And they're going to throw enough money at it that, the 75th ranked player in the world is going to go play it. And he's going to win a tournament. And the Saudis are going to blow this guy up like he's the greatest thing since Tiger Woods. And then people are going to start getting interested because the Saudis, they can buy newspapers, they can buy reporters, they can buy access, and they can buy publicity, and that's what will happen.
Well,
and by the way, the Saudis backed the World Champions Tour.
Yeah.
Too.
Think about this.
I mean, so there's already a proven track record.
Think about this. The Saudis have offered. Now, this is, it's allegedly offered. Because it's real behind the doors, hush-hush, too. But what we saw is the Saudis have offered some of the top players in the world more money just to become part of their tour. And an appearance fee, not prize money or anything, but money, contractual money, just to come play on their tour. More than they could make if they win the FedEx Cup. And that's without ever winning a tournament. They can make more money just agreeing to come play than they could make in the FedEx Cup, and the FedEx Cup pays $15 million to the winner.
Yeah, and again, you're talking about how the Saudis love when they get involved in something, they go all in.
Oh yeah.
They're basically buying F1. Look what they did with the WWE. They used to have one show every 2 years. Now they're having 3 shows this year.
And two of them are pay-per-view. Two of them are pay-per-view shows that you have to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which is the 4th highest rated pay-per-view every year for the WWE. It was in Saudi Arabia Saturday night.
You know why? It's because those wrestlers make more money on that one night
then they make the rest of the year.
Rest of the year,
yeah, of course.
Combined. And so again, I mean, we could talk about why they shouldn't take the money, but if you're a professional athlete, and it's very easy to say, what is my obligation? Can I bring more awareness if I'm there than if I'm not? And I'll give you a perfect example. So Lewis Hamilton, F1. Biggest star in F1 by far. He's a huge supporter of BLM and of LGBT rights and all of this. And so the Saudis said, okay, you cannot, if you're a gay there, they just kill you.
Kill you, dead, death sentence.
There's not a real discussion there, right? Women were able to drive 2 years ago. It was a big deal. So Lewis is like, I'm putting a rainbow on my helmet, and every time I talk to the press, I'm going to talk about gay and lesbian rights. And he did. And is that a better? Is it better for him to do that than to skip the race? Yeah, I mean, what? So, you know, is he big enough to impact change? And let's be clear, golfers don't care about change. You know, for the most part, they come from pretty entitled backgrounds. I'm not judging, I'm just being honest. I don't think they really care about LGBT rights, you know, or a women's right to drive. I think they just want to play golf and make money. And by the way, that's 99% of the athletes in the world.
By the way, isn't your first obligation as an athlete or as a person that is the breadwinner in your family, isn't your first obligation making sure you have the financial stability to take care of your family?
Sure, and you know, I'm hearing a lot of articles. I've read like 3 or 4 on it, and they're calling it blood money. Okay, name money that isn't taken from somebody's blood. I'm not in a position where I have to make this choice, right? Because, you know, let's be clear, Phil Mickelson shouldn't have to do this, except he gambled all of his money away.
Right.
Right. He's
a degenerate gambler.
By all accounts, he's a pretty degenerate gambler, to the point where his family set up a trust fund for their kids so that he couldn't touch it, right? And for his wife. And his wife has completely separate accounts that he doesn't have access to. So apparently he is a big-time gambler. Again, you know, I also, if Phil wants to go do it, let Phil go do it. But at the same time, Phil, you have to know this is coming. When the PGA Tour players are coming out against you, you did something really wrong. You know what I mean? Because they don't really care, right? Fuzzy, we can name the amount of times where a PGA Tour player has bashed another PGA Tour player. Fuzzy Zeller with the comment of chickens and collard greens and whatever those
people eat. Yeah, whatever they eat.
Whatever those people eat.
Yeah. Which is racist as it gets.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, that's a full conversation. I talked to Fuzzy for about 15 minutes on the air, and that comment ruined his life.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe.
And Fuzzy just said it in an offhanded, flippant way, trying to be funny Fuzzy.
Correct. He didn't intend it that way. And he and Tiger Woods, they talked about it. Tiger understood. Tiger never held it against him in any way, shape, or form.
But the world did.
Fuzzy never recovered.
No.
He lost all of his sponsors. It cost him millions of dollars. And we could probably say that's the first time somebody got canceled.
And by the way, Phil lost KPMG yesterday. They dropped him yesterday.
And again, Phil's got some. I think he's got some demons. I really think he's under a lot of pressure to do this because he. And by the way, it's never a good idea to say, you know, it was off the record. They were out of context. It can't be both, by the way.
No, it cannot be both. It cannot be both. But Phil's trying to say it's both. Hey,
well, we'll see. I think Phil's I think Phil will just step away. You'll see him again, and he'll be fine.
Because we shall see. But he's in some hot water right now. That's all I can tell you. And finally, the curtain's been pulled back, and you've seen that the genie is not out front. The Wizard of Oz is not out front and not behind the curtain either, because we've known the behind the curtain Phil for quite a while, but now the rest of the world is starting to see he's not all fluff and sugar. There's a different side to Phil Mickelson. We'll be right back at this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
President Biden's promise of severe sanctions on Russia if they invade Ukraine are having little to no effect on President Putin's aggression. Biden announced the sanctions on Tuesday.
We're implementing full blocking sanctions on two large Russian financial institutions, VEB and their military bank. We're implementing comprehensive sanctions on Russian sovereign debt. That means we've cut off Russia's government from Western financing.
As roughly 20 countries imposed Russian sanctions, Russian lawmakers greenlit troops to be used outside of the country.